This is a moral moment in America where we're seeing with a chilling regularity a moral vandalism on the rights and the ideals of who we are as a country. And whether it is Central Americans down at our border or Muslims escaping violence and terror, we must be a nation that stands for our values. This is a moral moment for our nation. We're a president who openly wants to put a religious test on citizenship. We're a president that wants to tear families apart. This is a moral moment in our country. What the Supreme Court decided today is not just wrong, it is dangerous. It makes us less safe, and it undermines the values of our country. And we are not defined as a nation by what happens to us. We're not defined as a nation by hateful voices of no matter who it is, from the highest offices in power. We're defined by how we respond to these dark moments. And so I commit myself, we all must commit ourselves to standing up now and fighting against this darkness with our light, fighting against hate with our love. This is a moral moment for our country. And I call upon all Americans who believe in religious freedom, all Americans who believe in loving thy neighbor with no exceptions. I call upon all Americans who believe that we must be a nation that is a light unto the world and not darkness. I call upon all Americans who believe those things to stand up and fight now. We have work to do, America, to reclaim our values and our ideals. And that work must continue during these difficult times. It must get better and better as we get closer to November. Because I know the words of King are true. That what we have to repent for is not just the vitriolic words and violent actions of the bad people, but the appalling silence and inaction of the good people. So all good people now must rise up and reject this. That we are not a country that bans people based upon their faith. We are a country that embraces all. That we are not a country that builds walls. We are a nation that tears them down and builds bridges. And that we are not a nation that discriminates, but we are a nation that stands for loving all, loving thy neighbor, loving even those who try to undermine our values. Thank you very much.